right, Sawadee Kap everyone. Today we are going to look at the present continuous tense. Last week we studied the present simple tense, which is the tense that we use to talk about habits and routines, things that people do every day, things that are always true, facts such as water boils at whatever temperature water boils at, I forgot. I think it's 100 degrees Celsius. What temperature does water boil at? 100 degrees Celsius, I was right. Okay, amazing. And things that we do habitually, like I usually go to the gym 3 times a week. All right. So today we're going to talk about the present continuous. So whereas the present simple talks about habits, routines, things that are always true, the present continuous talks about things that are going on right now, either actions in progress at the moment of speaking, or periods of activity which are ongoing. So examples of actions in progress at the moment of speaking would be something like he is talking on the phone, they are playing at the park. Periods of activity which are ongoing, examples of that would be I'm studying for exams this week, they are taking an art class, okay? Something that's recently changed, we also use the present continuous. By the way, the word continuous, what does the word continuous mean? Keeps going, ongoing, continuing. So a current change, for example, Manchester is playing better recently, the weather is getting cooler. These are things that are changing currently. Repeated actions. Sunil is always complaining. Again, we have another example of when we would use a adverb of frequency, such as always, to talk about actions that have repeated or are repeating. Sunil is always complaining. Anna and Marta are always helping people. If we are describing photos, we also use the present continuous. The man in the photo is sitting in the chair. That's me, I'm holding a big fish. Future plans. My grandparents are arriving on Saturday. We're having a party this weekend. So the basic way to form this tense is we have the subject of the sentence, so John, and then is or are, and then the ing form of the verb. So John is studying. This means that John is studying right now. Okay? Let's see. All right, does that happen? We can use time expressions to talk about the present, or with the present continuous. For example, at the moment, right now, currently. And here's how we form positive and negative statements. So for the present simple of the verb to be, you are reading a book, we are reading a book, and then the negative would be you are not reading a book, we are not reading a book, they aren't reading a book. He is reading a book, he is not reading a book, he isn't reading a book. And then we form yes or no questions, like this. Am I reading a book? Yes, I am. No, I am not. Are you reading a book? Are they reading a book? Yes, they are. No, they aren't. And is he, she, or it? Of course, it can't be reading a book. Is she reading a book? No. Yes, he is. Yes, she is. No, she isn't. Okay? So for most verbs, as I mentioned before, we add ing to the end. So for example, cry, crying, C-R-Y-I-N-G, eat, eating, E-A-T-I-N-G, go, going, G-O-I-N-G. But for verbs ending in E, we remove the E and we replace it with ing. So we just, for hike, for example, we just remove the E and we replace it with ing, H-I-K-I-N-G. Give, we remove the E and replace it with ing, G-I-V-I-N-G. And then make, same thing, remove the E, replace it with ing, M-A-K-I-N-G. For verbs ending in a vowel and a consonant, except for W, we have to double the consonant and add ing. So drop becomes D-R-O-P-P-I-N-G. Run becomes R-U-N-N-I-N-G. Swim, S-W-I-M-M-I-N-G. And then any verbs that end in I-E, just remove the I-E and replace it with Y-I-N-G. So die becomes, you take away the I-E and you replace it with Y, D-Y-I-N-G. Lie, same thing, take away the I-E, replace it with Y-I-N-G. So any questions on the usages and how we form the present continuous? All right, so I want you to put these sentences in the correct order in present continuous. You've got 5 of them here. So here's the example. So we have well, we, moment, the, are, very, playing, at. So the order, correct order, of course, we are playing very well at the moment. All right, I want you to do the first 5, these 5 right now, please. Okay. So how about the first one? Getting we the results we deserve are that? We deserve the results that we are getting. Very good. Is there another way that we could write this?
We are getting the results that we deserve.
Excellent, Pat. We are getting the results that we deserve. So we have the subject of the sentence we have the verb, we have the form of to be, is or are, so we are. So this is to be. And then we have the ing form of the verb getting, okay? That's how we form the present continuous. The only difference is, in this sentence, the subject and verb are in the beginning of the sentence, and in this sentence, the subject and verb are at the end. How about number 2, a talking are about people transfer.
People are talking about content.
Yes, people are talking about a transfer. Subject of the sentence, people. Form of to be, are. And then talking, ing form of the verb, present continuous. These are all things that are going on at the moment of, at the time the sentence is being spoken or written. People are talking about a transfer. You could, if you wanted to, add right now or currently or any word that indicates, that confirms that it's going on right now. But you don't have to. In a sense, that would be redundant because the sentence means when we say are talking with ing, the fact that it's present continuous automatically means that it's happening right now. What about number 3? Two possible ways. As well, the is not performing as we are referee. What did you get for that? Right, very good. The referee is not performing as well as we are. R-E-F-E-R-E-U. What's another way of writing that sentence?
We are not performing as well as the referee.
Right, we are not performing as well as the referee. Very good. Is there anything different about the meaning of these two sentences? Yeah. Now, you may be thinking, well, there really should only be one way to form the sentence because they both have different meanings. The first sentence means that we are performing better than the referee, and the second sentence means the referee is performing better than we are. But we don't know what the correct meaning of the sentence is. It's not clear. All we have are the words. So therefore, it could be either. Okay? What about number 4? Playing he Lucas' job is and is a great doing.
Lucas is playing and he is doing a great job.
Excellent, Narapat. Yes, Lucas is playing and he is doing a great job. So we have 2 present continuous verbs in this sentence. Actually, it's more than that. I'll get to that in a minute. And he is doing a great job. So we have is playing, present continuous, form of to be, and ing, and then is doing, same thing, to be, is, and doing ing. What kind of sentence is this? Lucas is playing and he is doing a great job. A different kind of sentence we haven't talked about yet. Anyone know? Not complex. Compound, very good. It's a compound sentence is 2 sentences in one that are 2 sentences that are combined into one sentence, separated by and. So this is a compound sentence. All right, 2 sentences in one. Lucas is playing. He is doing a great job. What part of speech is and? It's a conjunction. So conjunctions separate the 2 parts of a compound sentence. Okay? We'll talk about sentence types a little bit later. All right, so that's the only way of forming sentence 4. Sentence 5, is a question. True, you million, that it bidding euros is over R?
Is it true that you are paying over million?
Yes, excellent. Is it true that you are bidding over €1,000,000 So here's the present continuous in the question. Present continuous verb, you, subject, are bidding, verb. We have our to be verb here, and bidding the ing form. In other words, is it true right now? We could add right now to the sentence if we wanted to confirm that it's happening right now. But again, it's understood because of the question. Is it true that you are bidding over €1,000,000? Any questions on those? Yes.
In the question, there is no A, just the
Wow, you're right. You're right. But there should be. It's a mistake. Because you can't say, is it true that you are... Oh, no. No, you can't say, is it true you are bidding over €1,000,000? That's a mistake in the question. But good catch. Good catch. There should be an A there. Because the answer here says €1,000,000. So it's just a mistake. Good catch. Any other questions? Okay.
Teacher,
Yes.
can you go number 4?
Yes. Number 4. Is Lucas is playing and he is doing a great job. Or he's doing a great job. All right? Any others? Okay. Okay, so here you need to decide whether these sentences or questions are present simple or present continuous. So please go ahead and take the correct one through 7, activity 9. Okay. So 1, don't Chris and Paul know about the paparazzi, or aren't Chris and Paul knowing about the paparazzi? A or B? A. So the reason this is present simple, or present simple question, is if you know about something, that is something that is always true. Okay? I know not to put my hand over a hot stove. That's something I always know. So present simple. 2, this fish stew smells awful, or this fish stew is smelling awful? A. Okay? That's a permanent characteristic of that fish stew. It's not just smelling awful right now. It will always be smelling awful. So it's present simple. 3. I'm trying to hear the announcement, but it's very unclear. Or I try to hear the announcement, but it's very unclear. Which one, A or B?
A.
A. Because is an announcement that's being made something permanent or something temporary? Temporary. So it's happening right now. The announcement's not going to be happening all the time. So it's a present continuous sentence. 4. I'll be home soon, I leave work now, or I'll be home soon, I'm leaving work now. A or B? B. The fact that someone's leaving work is a situation, an action that's happening right now at the moment the sentence is being written, or at the moment of speaking, however you want to define it. 5. What do you do? I'm reading a book. Or what are you doing? I'm reading a book. B. Okay? I will not be reading a book my entire life. It's not a habit. It's an action that I am involved with right now. 6. What do you do? I'm a publicist. Or what are you doing? I'm a publicist. A. So A is present simple, whereas B is present continuous. So what's the difference when someone asks, what do you do? Instead of what are you doing? So what are you doing is the action that you're involved with right now. But if you ask someone, what do you do? What are you asking them generally? Yes, what's their job? What do they do for a living? So then it becomes a present simple sentence, right? Because it's something about you that is true. Okay, I am a publicist, or I'm a publicist. By the way, what is a publicist? What does a publicist do? Think celebrities. Well, we know what publicity is, right? Attention from the media. So what do you think a publicist does? Yeah, a publicist is a representative of a celebrity who helps them get media attention. So a publicist might book a celebrity for a public appearance somewhere, okay? And number 7, he seems fun to spend time with, or he is seeming fun to spend time with? A, because this is talking about a personal trait, a personal characteristic of this person. He seems fun to spend time with. Seems means, he appears fun to spend time with. Okay, so what's next? Oh, any questions on that? All right. Okay, it's 9:28. Let's take a break. Please come back right at 9:33, okay? We're back. Shh. All right, that reminds me, a couple of you asked for script approval. I've only received one group members in the chat. So the rest of you, please send me the names of your group members. Shh. Just send it to me in the chat, please, as soon as possible. Also, let me know what your topic is, okay? Okay, let's continue. So now we are on activity 10. Complete these sentences 1 through 10 using the present simple or present continuous. This is our last activity for reading prep part 2. Wow, that means we can have a test again soon. How fun for us. I'll give you plenty of time because we already have a test this week. Remember, the VELT test is on July 3rd, which is on Thursday. Yes. So I'll let you know tomorrow. Do I see you tomorrow? No. I'll let you know on Thursday when the next core English test is, okay? It will be on reading prep part 2. Okay, do activity 10, please. Come on. So, all right, let's just go over the example. So, the example is you have a negative, which means it's a negative sentence. You have the subject of the sentence, Sally, and you have the verb, the main verb, which is sing. So the sentence is, Sally isn't singing right now. Actually, this would be blank, and you have right now. So that's how we know it's a present continuous sentence. Sally isn't singing right now. Okay? Go ahead and do that, please. And I'll double check the due date. Okay, so how about number 1? We have a question mark, Rachel, and look. How do we complete the question? Blank, strange to you. Excellent. Does Rachel look strange to you? Present simple sentence. Sorry, present simple question. And number 2, we have a positive sign, or positive sentence, Chris, and update. So blank his status on his social media networks every hour. It's ridiculous. No, not is updating every hour. Chris updates. Because this is something that's always true, so it's a present simple sentence. Chris updates his status on social media every hour. Blank, what's happening in the world of reality TV at the moment? I don't know. Very good, or I do not know. Question, positive question. You look happy. What blank about? Excellent. What are you thinking about? Thinking is a, it's a temporary action. It's something that's happening right now at the moment of speaking or at the moment the sentence is being written. So it's a temporary condition. So it's present continuous. And we have for 6, we have a question mark. You believe blank the latest piece of gossip. Excellent, Yefu. Do you believe? Six, blank any privacy right now, and I'm finding it very difficult. I don't have, very good. I don't have any privacy right now, and I'm finding it very difficult. Number 7, a negative question. Why blank Coldplay?
Everyone doesn't like.
Why everyone doesn't like? No.
Why does everyone like?
Why what?
Why does everyone like?
It's a negative sentence though. So why?
Why doesn't everyone?
Excellent. Why doesn't everyone like Coldplay? Because they're old and not contemporary anymore. That's why. Actually, I did see them in concert. It was a good concert. Long time ago. Okay, 8. We have in the photo blank on a deck chair by the pool. We have he and relax. Excellent. He is or he's relaxing. Relaxing is something that's happening right now. It's not a permanent characteristic or something that's always true. So it would be a present, it's a present continuous sentence. 9, blank on the science project while Daniel is sick. What? Are you working? If it's, okay, so if you're working on something, it's a present continuous question or sentence. Because that's something that's happening right now. It's not something that's always true. You're not always working on the same thing for your entire life. So, well, some people do, but in terms of grammar, it's a present continuous sentence. Oh, this clues us into the fact that it's present continuous while Daniel is sick. So that's something that's happening right now while a certain condition is in place. So while he's sick, I'm working on the science project. Okay. And then number 10, negative sentence. Janet, come to the after show party after all. Not doesn't. Not didn't. Present continuous. What? Isn't what? Isn't come. Isn't coming, yes. Janet isn't coming to the after show party after all. Okay. Any questions on exercise 10. And any questions on the difference between present simple and present continuous? Okay, go ahead and anyone need more time with this? All right, go ahead and submit the assignment and open up reading prep part 3, please. All right, so you should have submitted assignment 2, reading prep part 2. Now let's go on to reading prep part 3. So the theme for this lesson is history. We're going to talk about history, and we're going to prepare for part 3 of the reading and writing exam. And we'll build new vocabulary. We'll talk about phrasal verbs, and we'll use comparative and superlative adjectives. And we'll focus on verifying information as true, false, or not given. And we'll identify different types of information, facts, ideas, and opinions, and distinguish between them, as well as identifying a writer's viewpoint, stated and implied. So, let's see here. A couple of questions to discuss. Who decides what is recorded as history? What do you think? Huh? Sorry, who? Oh, the victors. Oh, okay. Yeah, possibly. Okay. To the victors go the spoils. Yes, yes. So which guys, which profession focuses on recording history? It's in the word. Historians, yeah. So historians examine events from the past and they report on them. They write about them, they investigate them, and that's what gets recorded as history. What's another type of profession that records history besides historians? A different focus. Archaeologists, yes. What do archaeologists specialize in? Yeah, they study they study fossils and ancient ruins to determine how people lived in the ancient past, as far as, not only like what humans looked like from, a biological perspective based on their bones and all that, but also how ancient civilizations lived. What's one of the most common ancient civilizations that's written about quite a lot, that we've learned a lot from? Ancient Egypt, yeah, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking of another one. Yeah, definitely the ancient Egyptians. Who else? The Romans. Ancient China, yeah. What? Mesopotamia, yeah. Okay, I'm thinking in the Central American continent. The Mayans, yes. So these are all ancient civilizations that archaeologists have uncovered, and we have learned a lot from them. Why is it important to learn about history? What's the use of learning about history, right? It's like you may think, why do I need to know about history? I'm living in the here and now. I'm living in today. What do I care about what happened, 3,000 years ago?
To learn from past mistakes.
Excellent, to learn from past mistakes, right? Any other reason that you can think of? Maybe to learn what other societies did correctly, right? How did, just an example coming off from the top of my head, how did a certain society protect itself against storms? Did they build breakwaters and dikes like in The Seventh Man? That kind of thing. You know, we must have learned that from historical records. Just an example. Okay. Another listening activity here. You're going to listen to a gallery guide talking about a painting and then answer the questions. So here are the questions. When did King Canute live? Why is he wearing brightly colored clothes? Do other paintings of Canute exist? What is Canute doing in the painting and why? Did this event really happen? And why do people remember stories like this? Okay, here we go. By the way, what do we mean here by gallery guide before I read it? What are they talking about? It has to do with this painting. So what kind of gallery are we talking about? An art gallery, yeah. A place where we go to see old paintings. Okay, just like before, see if you can answer these questions as you hear them, okay? Or when you hear the answer. Okay, so this is a gallery guide speaking. This is an image of King Canute. King Canute was the ruler of Denmark, Norway, and England more than 1,000 years ago. He is a ruler with a very interesting story, and people have given many different versions of it over the years. His date of birth is thought to be around the year 995, and he died in 1035, aged about 40. As you can see, the picture shows him standing at the edge of the sea, surrounded by his servants and advisors. You will notice in the picture that he's wearing very rich and brightly colored robes. This, of course, is because he was a king and therefore had high wealth and status. There have been many paintings of King Canute over the centuries. This picture dates from around 1850. It is a well-known representation of Canute, even though it was painted so long after his life. A legend about King Canute says that he once tried to command the waves. Here the sea is rising around his feet and he is getting wet. The legend says he did this to show that even though he was the king, he could not control the forces of nature. This is why some people remember him as a humble ruler. Unfortunately, there are not many records about the event, so it is difficult to know whether or not the story about King Canute is actually true. We don't know if he really tried to stop the tide. However, people still use the legend to talk about trying to stop the unstoppable. The tale is still popular even now because it's a good illustration of a fact. There are some things that we cannot change. Do you need me to read it again? I'm going to read it one more time. Okay, so this is a gallery guide again talking about this painting of King Canute of Denmark. This is an image of King Canute. Canute was the ruler of Denmark, Norway, and England more than 1,000 years ago. He is a ruler with a very interesting story, and people have given many different versions of it over the years. His date of birth is thought to be around the year 995, and he died in 1035, aged about 40. As you can see, the picture shows him standing at the edge of the sea, surrounded by his servants and advisors. You will notice in the picture that he's wearing very rich and brightly colored robes. This, of course, is because he was a king and therefore had high wealth and status. There have been many paintings of King Canute over the centuries. This picture dates from around 1850. It is a well-known representation of Canute, even though it was painted so long after his life. A legend about King Canute says that he once tried to command the waves. Here, the sea is rising around his feet and he is getting wet. The legend says he did this to show that even though he was king, he could not control the forces of nature. This is why some people remember him as a humble ruler. Unfortunately, there are not many records about the event, so it is difficult to know whether the story about King Canute is actually true. We don't know if he really did try to stop the tide. However, people still use the legend to talk about trying to stop the unstoppable. This tale is still popular even now because it is a good illustration of a fact. There are some things that we cannot change. All right. What do we mean by humble? That's a really good word to know. Kind, yeah. What else?
Humility.
Humility, yeah. Humility is the noun form of humble, yeah. So being humble is actually opposite of being arrogant. We talked about how, when we were studying the Welt, we talked about how being arrogant means when you are too proud of yourself, when pride, gets sort of extended to the fact where you think you're better than everyone else. Being humble is the opposite of being arrogant, okay? You don't think you're better than everyone else. You are kind. You treat people kindly. Even though society may consider you better because you are at a higher status, like this individual, King Canute. Okay, so when did King Canute live? Right, 995 to 1035. Not very long. So how old was he around when he died? 40. Was that common back then for people to die at 40 years old?
Yes.
Yes, it was. Because why?
Disease.
Yes, but why? I mean, people get diseases today. Why do people today live until their 80s? Yeah, but medical science was not developed as it is today back then. Yeah. So 40 was actually, for a man, I believe 40 was the life expectancy. Can you imagine? Oh my God. I would have been dead a long time by now. So now it makes sense why people married at around your age back then. Because, if you died at 40, then it made sense to marry at 15, right? Okay, so why is he wearing brightly colored clothes? Because he was king and he had high wealth and status. So as a king, he had high wealth and status. Do other paintings of Canute exist?
Yes.
Yes, there are many paintings of him. What is Canute doing in the painting and why? And this of course shows how humble he is. So what's he doing? I'm sorry, what? Yes, but why? In order to do what?
Before that, he had control the
Right. He's trying to command the water, to command the waves. But what is he trying to show?
To show that he can control nature.
Right, excellent. Very good, Narapat, to show that he can't control nature. So he's trying to show that nature is more powerful than a king. And this shows how, how humble he is. He is trying to command the waves. To show that nature is more powerful than a king. So he's basically saying, I'm just a regular guy. See, I am the king of Norway, England, and what was the other country? I forgot. But Denmark. Yes, thank you. But I don't have any special powers. So this shows how humble he is. And 5, did this event really happen? We don't know. This is what a legend is, right? A story that gets passed down from generation to generation. But, we don't always know if these things actually happen. And why do people remember stories like this? What do you think? This is a thinking question. Why do people remember stories like this?
It is a lesson and it's got passed down.
Yes, but what do you think the overall lesson in this with this painting? What is the overall lesson of the fact that here's a king trying to command the waves, but he can't? Right. There are some things we cannot control. No matter what our status is in society, there are some things that we cannot control. So this story teaches us that there are some things we cannot control, no matter who we are. The story teaches us that there are some things we cannot control no matter who we are. Okay, any questions? Does anyone need to see the rest of them? Is that good?
No, it's just one thing.
Number 6. The story teaches us that there are some things we cannot control no matter who we are. Oh, sorry, I was blocking, wasn't I? Okay? All right, guys, that's it. Thank you very much. I'll see you on Thursday for literature. Test on the bell. Kap kun kap. See